Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bolivian. So today I'm actually here to bring you a Giants B12 video. A guide for mainly the beginner players, 100% free-to-play monsters. Nothing's super crazy ruined up, at least not too much. And everything does have a point where you can it's very flexible. You can lose some stats on some of these monsters and still be able to successfully do this. So, I'm going to go over why each monster is in here real quick, what they bring to the table. So, as you know, we got Sigmar's here, very good unit. He not only brings in good damage without having to have a lot of really high rune quality, he just brings in that really good damage, right? He also brings in a potential CC on skill 3 that does damage based on enemy HP, so it's going to do even more damage to the boss and whatnot. Very good skill, gonna really help out. And then skill 1 just does good damage with a potential CC. But really you're there for skill 2, skill 3 are gonna be your core reasons to bring him in. And he comes with a 44% HP lead, giving all your guys a little more survivability. Then you have your Lord, who's there for, of course, attack bar manipulation, defense break, the slow debuff. So she's really there for multiple purposes, right? She can also strip, so if the boss gets that attack buff, you can kind of get rid of it with her. Very useful. Crow is there for just the big damage, right? Without a Crow, you can sub any of these guys out, but without Crow, it's going to take a little while longer. He just does really good damage. So replacing him is going to be a little harder than replacing some of the other monsters. But it is doable. And say maybe you can't do it with this team. Maybe you need Shannon instead of a Crow because you're dying for whatever reason. That's okay. You can just go ahead and you can use Shannon. That defense buff will really help out. You can use Megan. Shannon is preferred to Megan, but you can use Megan as well. As you see, it's about 2 minutes. It's a little long for my taste, but it's 2 minutes and it's safe. And it's free to play, so anybody can get this team. Then you have Darian, who a lot of people may have forgot about. But Darian used to be a staple into the beginner Giants teams because, he just negates a lot of damage. He also does a defense break, which is nice. Having that 2-turn defense break is always nice, of course. But really, he's there for that. Just 1, he's a tanky unit. 2, he gives all the other units just attack the damage mitigation. So you really want him in there. Very important. Very useful monster. Another monster that's easily replaced with a Shannon though. For similar reasons, Shannon will just get the defense buff, and instead of just passively making everybody take less damage, she'll skill it up to make everybody take less damage. And then that brings us to Fran. Fran is another one that can be replaced. If you don't have her for some reason, I don't know, maybe you were, sleeping, or you died for the last, 2 years and you didn't know who Fran was. I don't know. Doesn't matter. What matters is, if you don't have her, but you have Vero, you can use Vero. She's just an improved version of Vero in a sense that she can give immunity and she constantly is healing. But as you see, her immunity is not really helping me a ton because it's just not going off. I'm not getting the immunity. But she does heal, so somebody you could swap out for Vero if you were trying to just go really safe is again a Crow. Could be taken out for a Vero. Sig could also be taken out for a Vero. It just depends on what you're trying to do, how you want to run things. Vero also has a HP lead. It's just a lesser HP lead. So we're going to stop it here. So just under 2 minutes. Our average clear time was 2:04. Let's just call it a 2-minute clear time. That's not bad for 100% success rate. Yeah, that means you got to put your phone down for 20 minutes when you're autoing, but if it's 100%, it's totally worth putting your phone down for 20 minutes, walking away and going, all right, I'm good. And like I said, it's a free-to-play team. My LD account is going to use this exact team, just Vero here instead, because obviously this is all light and dark monsters except for Sigmar's. So here's Sig's stats. I had a different rune set on him, but I did kind of drop it down a little bit. He's not at a 100% crit rate, which you kind of want him to be at a 100% crit rate. He's not as tanky as what he was before, and I didn't put artifacts on him. So I could easily get more stats by just putting artifacts on him, make him a little more, a little more tanky or do a little more damage. I don't actually use Sigmar's myself anywhere, so that's the reason I don't have artifacts on him, and then I put these runes on him because these runes aren't like super powered. Anybody can really get some of these stats. So we're just gonna go over some of his runes real quick so you can see that there's some decent rune quality on him, but nothing so nuts. Like this slot for crit damage, I don't really ever use a 5-star on anybody, but I threw a 5-star on him. So as you see, not too crazy. I went attack, crit damage, and attack, but nothing too crazy on him. Alright, full disclosure on the Lauren runes, you can dumb them down significantly and this still works out perfectly fine. This is just so happens to be the only Lauren I have built right this second. So because it's the only Lauren I have built right this second, obviously I had to use her, and yes, she's way faster than she needs to be, probably way more defense, but she's built for other content, but she's built, so here you go. Speed, HP, and defense. You can go speed, HP, speed, really anything. You just want to make sure she's tanky. Alright? You want to make sure she can take a hit or two. And you want to make sure she's got decent accuracy as well. Because if she doesn't have at least decent accuracy, and she's missing her attack bar reduction or her defense break, that's going to be an issue for you. So make sure she has at least some accuracy. So if you absolutely had to, you could go speed, HP, accuracy. I would try to focus on getting accuracy in substats though, so that you can get those primary stats just really boosting up your numbers. Crow, obviously you can see my Crow, pretty slow. Don't really have accuracy on him. It's just some crit rate, some crit damage, and some attack. He's also a little tankier than some Crows out there, but it's whatever. I went attack, crit damage, and attack on him. You can go speed, crit damage, attack on him. I just personally, I prefer attack, crit damage, attack, because you don't need a ton of speed for him, so getting him to hit a little bit harder is better for me. I went an HP artifact here, additional damage on attack, additional damage on speed. The additional damage on speed doesn't really matter, it's really for the attack, and then the HP to kind of make him take that extra hit Again, additional damage based on attack is the reason it's there, plus it's an attack slot. He obviously doesn't recover on skill 2, so that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And Crow doesn't need skill ups, so that makes him also very easy to just plug right in here, right? Very easy monster. Then you got Darien. My Darien's not really on anything special. I use him primarily for a second R5 team. It's like if I'm trying to run R5, but like by myself, or if I'm trying to carry someone in R5, I'll use him. And he's just HP, defense, defense. You can go HP, defense, HP, whatever. You just want to make sure that he's tanky. And again, these stats, like these runes really aren't too crazy. So anybody can really come up with these. I did put him on Double Revenge and Endure. The reason he's on Endure is to just boost up the resistance a little bit for R5. But you can build them on a lot of different things. If you don't have Revenge runes or Endure runes, you can build them on a lot of different things. That's just my preferred way to build him. And then Fran, my PvE Fran, is pretty slow compared to a lot of people's, but she's got plus 20k health, plus 800 defense, plus 650 attack. I don't have a lot of accuracy on her. I haven't really run into an issue with landing the attack break, so I haven't found a reason to actually put more accuracy on her. And then her artifacts are, of course, HP. It's pretty much the entire reason this one it's here, but also damage received from water, so that helps out a lot against the giant. And then here, this boosted my defense a bit. I also have accuracy on slot 1, recovery skill 3, so those both help out a lot. And then attack increasing effects plus 3. Her skill 3 does attack increasing effect. I went speed, defense, and HP on her. I focused on a little bit of attack in the substats, but really I was just kind of going for what I could get. So there you go. That's her. I mean, nothing's super unobtainable. And like I said, you can do this with a dumbed down version of this. You can take Sig out of this and put in a Vero to make it even safer. Vero on skill 2 does a stun. Skill 3 is the passive. It removes a harmful effect and recovers HP. And skill 1 just does big damage with the possibility of putting on a dot. So pretty good. Holds pretty good value. I've been running this just to make sure that this is a one that would work. I've ran this multiple times now. I don't know, 100 times today alone, just to try to make sure that this was perfect. And this team right here was perfect for you guys starting off, and they're all easy monsters to build. Like I said, the only other one that I would say that you could just plug in a Vero in the Sigmar spot, help you. If you're gonna go Vero, you can go speed, either speed crit damage HP or speed HP would be the preferred ways to go. Crit damage if you're just trying to do a little bit of bonus damage on him, while still having him kind of tanky, but it's not necessary whatsoever. Between Fran and Darien, they do a pretty good job at keeping you alive though, so I don't actually think that it's like a crazy need to have Vero, but if you are finding yourself getting pushed back a little bit, just plug Vero in there or plug Shannon in there, and both of them could really help you out immediately. there are good free-to-play monsters for an early game player trying to break into B12. And this is a very easily obtainable team that'll plug you right into B12. And guys, that's pretty much it for this video. But like always, I'm going to leave my information for other platforms in the description. So there's going to be my Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Discord. Go in, just let me know, guys. If you have any questions, come see a stream. I do help streams all the time. Come see them. Come hang out. We'll talk. We'll hash out whatever method you may be wondering about and kind of figure it out from there. Also, on Discord, you can message me anytime. I'm on Eastern time, so if you do message me and I don't message you back, I will get back to you as soon as possible. I've got a couple kids, and right now they're sick, so it's been busy days, but I will get back to you as soon as possible. That is a promise. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.